All of you can guess who is the national organizer. The national organizer is one and only Floyd Shivambu.
Former Deputy President of EFF, Floyd Shivambu, has just been appointed the National Organizing / Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe, while others feel that this is a demotion from a point of a Deputy President to a national organizing, like what he's doing. And some are even saying his body language, saying he's frustrated, and others are saying, go and fetch Floyd Shivambu from Umkhonto weSizwe, must come back. And remember, Julius Malema even said that if he ever wants to come back, he should come back. But this did not end there. Floyd Shivambu has taken a jibe at his former boss, Julius Malema, and said, we don't want this little patinyana and all of that. We should join forces and become one.
I agree that we should unite all the progressive forces into common agenda, because this thing of small unviable political parties is not sustainable for the future of black people in South Africa. It's not sustainable at all. We can't, and the temptation as well, and I'm not characterizing the EFF, is that when you have got multiple of these, like, they end up being fiefdoms of individuals. IFP, UDM kind of arrangement, what is it to achieve with that? When all of us can set aside our very strong egos and say, I don't have to be a member of parliament, I don't have to be a deputy president. I can come and be led by a collective, like, and be subjected to a collective and be asked to go and organize branches of MKP from scratch and not be a member at the high levels. That is the principle that we're dealing with. And that is what we're here for. In terms of, and so that there's not even confusion. By the way, we spoke about the unification of all progressive parties with President Zuma last year, October, before the official announcement of Umkhonto weSizwe party. And I was amongst those that said that let us go and contest elections as separate political parties. We'll contest each other on the ground, but we'll come back to talk about what do we do moving forward. So the attempt for unification is not just an opportunistic one because there were electoral declines of the EFF and all of those things. It's a genuine political discussion, which all South Africans must.
And this was kind of like a lecture that went in even with Jacob Zuma, saying, you know, we want to join forces and have a 2/3 majority. Because it doesn't make any sense that the population of black people is more than 40 million and they can't form a majority party and they have to make a coalition with the DA. It doesn't make any sense. Black people need to unite. But back to the issue of Secretary General, what does this mean?
These are the functions of Floyd Shivambu at MK Party: organizing and development of MKP documented guidelines, political education, policy and research, establishment of MKP structures and leagues.
Why did Jacob Zuma appoint Floyd Shivambu to that position? Number one, you must understand the matrix of the politics of Umkhonto weSizwe. In the previous poll, they poured so much in KZN, which is predominantly Zulu nation. What does this mean? Where does Floyd Shivambu come from? He comes from Limpopo. What is, to those who understand how Zulus are, like, get this, knowing that much of the leadership of Umkhonto weSizwe is Zulu dominated, bringing in someone, if they was going to bring him and become the deputy president, how would they guys that are in the feel? Jacob Zuma specifically appointed Floyd Shivambu for that post because, one, he won't face so much threat on his position. And number two, he can actually make so much progress in MK without rubbing any feathers of other leaders in the party, which makes it even. What do you make of the position that Floyd Shivambu has taken? To me, it is a win, but others, they are seeing it as a loss.